Now we're going to continue into the Cold War. Yes, the Cold War. So the Cold War has begun with the Zennies Union or the Xenia Union happening. The first thing that happens is the collapse of BISA. BISA is stormed between communist and capitalist forces. The Zennies Union is able to send in troops very easily to take over to help the communist government. Meanwhile, the more democratic side of BISA is being pushed back heavily. The main supporters of the non-communists is CISA and TAVI, and NAI and SWIFT. These four countries are the main contributor to help. Considering this is this is the Cold War basically. This is considered a proxy war as well. The Qatar also sends troops to intervene as well, and the Taurus, which is a very undeveloped country, start to send in troops as well. Yeah. So far, the Zennies Union is able to push back BC's forces very quickly. However, this catches wind of the capitalists, Warpy, Asgasia, Fusaka, Nasti, and Fry, the European countries, and also Monama, as well. Also, this alliance doesn't exist. Pentanova is not part of any alliance. The only alliance that is in existence is the Communist Alliance. And a small Triangle Alliance, which isn't really needed anymore, which is still needed against the Soviet equal as well. Soviet equal is the first country to, and NODA are the first two countries to really help the Zennies Union in this war. They're able to push into several major cities and several major provinces, capturing them relatively quickly. The Taurus become the first foreign power to get involved with this war. They have never really been involved in many wars. They're basically the Taurus are basically the Switzerland of Asia, but this changes today where the Taurus send troops. The Continental Union also sends troops to help against the Zennies Union's advances. This pushes back the Zennies Union 100% as well. However, the threat of nuclear weapons are still a thing. So, nuclear weapons have not been cleared yet. So, Taurus and Nakata are the first countries to truly get involved in this war, and they start to invade the country. This caused the Zennies Union to send massive amounts of troops to defeat the Taurus armies, pushing them back ever further. The war ends the BISA democratic state exists, and North BISA exists. North BISA's capital will be in one of the major cities captured, as well, as that is the largest city, as there's only 3 cities with over 1 million people, and this is the largest city of around 2.9 million people. The other one that has a barely over 1 million people, and this other one is also around 2.1 million people. However, North BISA still has way less population than Southern BISA as well. Decolonization will continue in Africa as a bunch of colonies gain independence. Most of these green colonies gained their independence as well. These countries, these are Bisa's colonies, and they gained their independence. This large, massive colony gains their independence during the war as well. Which includes the Falkland Islands and this island here. Savannah is now an independent state. And the capital is right where modern Buenos Aires is. Now it's time to do the rest of the besieged colonies. First of the several African colonies which now have their independent states. First are the southern African countries. Since Bisa didn't really put much stability over here, Kia, Masai, Nemto are all independent countries. The largest cities are the only major cities are set as capitals. And 4 countries gain independence. Zonia is able to finally reunite with its ethnic brethren down here, as well as the northern area. So Zonia is now a massive state, which used to be a tiny country. Equatorial Taiwan is now an independent state. There will be this color. There will be a yellowish country, a pink country, and this color country. Mongol, Kong, and Sari are now all independent states. Sari's capital is here, Kong's capital is here, and Mongol's capital is all the way down here. That's a different country. Velas is not. Then we have this massive colony in South America, which will break into because of the Darien Gap. We're breaking free. There are 3 distinct cultures here that have been formed. First is Phoenicia, which is now an independent state, and the capital is around here. Qatar, which is capital is here, and this is the most economically powerful of all these new countries, and that is Stalius. These countries are now independent states as well, and most of the ethnic makeup is mostly from Asia as well. This also little colony this other country has is also let go, and Gaza annexes this territory with ease. Now, of all the new countries in the world, it is now going to be very interesting to see Africa decolonize slowly but surely as countries start to lose financial incentive to colonize. And the last species colony is also given independence. Ratai is now an independent state, and their capital is right here. Another war happens in Europe again, where Soviet equal wants to extend into Cali. This country gained its independence, but the Soviet equal wants to take it back, and they defeat it relatively quickly. Cali is a very weak country, so it shouldn't be too surprising here. here, and no one was really protecting the country, so it was been reabsorbed into Soviet equal as well. The Triangle Alliance basically becomes the NATO of the world as they recruit Fusaka as well to basically put a stop to the expansion of Soviet equal. Also, Niastia also put a referendum on its northern territory to gain independence. They vote yes, which Norfa is now an independent state, separate from Niastia. They still follow the same exact religion, but the referendum was 57 to 43%, with the most opposing independence areas down here, the slightly more populated areas. However, the majority of the area, which includes the capital city, 53% voted in favor. If you go break down by province here, these are the only provinces that voted to stay. So 53, 57, 63, 73, 50% voted yes. Meanwhile, the upper provinces including many of the rural provinces, voted majority independence as well. So reflecting this change, this will be the official border here. All these provinces will stay a part of Niastia. Meanwhile, Norfolk will stay independent. This was the agreement between both parties, and how the poll was conducted. So all the counties that wanted to stay were allowed to stay within Niastia. Again, this is going to be very hard to protect, but Norfolk will form an alliance with Niastia as well to protect this area here. Meanwhile, they'll protect the other area here. Toshiro, battered by the war, apologizes for the actions in both world wars. Sunni and other countries accept the apology, but with wariness, as they know they might be tricked again as well. But economically, they kind of need Kanto to survive, because Xenia Union is not really trading with these countries. Also, they have to apologize to Central if they want to be integrated into the East Asian economy, thus creating the new East Asian co-prosperity sphere as well. So Tavi, Sisa, Kanto, Central, Sunni, and Miku all create an alliance to basically combat the Xenia Union in North Bisa. Xenia Union had its eyes set out on Ruya. This country isn't very strong, and they send troops into Ruya to take them out. Here, they go towards the capital very easily, and they take out Ruya very quickly. This country existed for so long, but communism still took them out. The Xenia Union gets ever bigger as it continues to absorb more countries as well. Here, Ruya is now eliminated and defeated. Taurus now is concerned as it's now so a massive border with Xenia Union. Meanwhile, even more colonies will break away. That is these colonies over here. These are the Tavian colonies. Tavi can't really maintain its colonies very well, so they will also become independent. Tavi's colonies will declare their independence as well here. And Banaka will not really gain anything. Yep. So, several several areas that were once colonies are now independent. Anta, Sova, Kappa, Torta, and Izai are all now independent countries. However, they're still able to keep on to the colonies in North and South America because they're much easier to hold on to, which means these countries are not independent just yet. The other country that's been struggling to keep on to its African colonies is this country over here, Caesar. They lose control over their colonies. But their colonies are much bigger, which means there's only 3 new countries in this part of Africa. This green country, this country right here, and this country right here. Bia, Sao, and Niger. Is that how you pronounce it? Niger? Whatever. I'm gonna change the name. It sounds too much like the N word. No. Nisa. Okay, that's a much better one. I don't want the country to sound like the N word. So we're changing the name. Nisa, Sao, and Bia. So these countries are now also independent, but they also can't keep a track on they already lost their American colonies. Except for one, they didn't lose this Florida colony. And this colony will all become one country. So basically Haiti, Bahamas, Cuba is now the official name of this country. And yeah, I think we are done for today. There was a few major wars, but most of the video was decolonization. And let's see how the world reacts to decolonization as well. Yeah, mostly the Europeans have had a better time holding on to the colonies than the actual Asian countries, but even their colonies may break away soon. Like this, I think this colony may not be a part of any country. Or then the Japanese colony. But I think even the Europeans might lose their colonies as well. The ones in North and South America as well here. But yep, that's about this video here. Goodbye.